Good afternoon, friends, followers, channel members. Hope you are all well rested after yesterday's long haul. I didn't think I was going to get a screaming today, but do you know what? Why not? Yesterday was just amazing. The amount of support you guys gave as well was just unbelievable. So I thought if I can squeeze another one in this afternoon between things, then we'll definitely do our best. So here we are. We're going to get cracking with the setup. I have got the school run to take care of a little bit later on. About how long have we got? About 2.5 hours. The flight is about 2 hours. So if everything goes to plan, we will be just fine. If things go wrong, well, that could be interesting. So welcome, guys. Just seeing you all coming on into the chat this afternoon. Good morning, Jayhar, Captain HW, and Salith as well. Good morning or good afternoon, Nick. Yeah, thanks for the heads up on that. I'd love to know what your V-Pilot model matching came up with. An Easyjet A320. I don't think that would have been the option. Hey Tim, good to see you, and everyone else as well. Welcome on board, mate. Kokozu's on Twitch. Welcome to our Twitch viewers. Of course, if you are watching on YouTube, the operational flight plan should be pinned into the chat now, so you can go check that out. And yeah, and if not, hopefully you're on Twitch as well. Great to see you. Hey Kevin, hey Ace, good to see you guys. All right, let me jump in, and we'll start getting set up. So back in our Fenix aircraft today, let's go through the operational flight plan first of all together. We can obviously do real ops now, and whereas yesterday couldn't. Don't actually know the real operations for an A330. We couldn't call it a real op stream, but this we can do. Why is my streaming software just stopped for the tablet? Hang on, that should hopefully come back up in a minute. Well, anyway, whilst we're just waiting for that, I've changed my Basle scenery. So I did have, I think it was just Sims before, and now I am on, I think it's France VFR, this one. I must say the frame rates appear quite a bit better, and from what I've seen of it so far, I quite like it. What will be interesting is, will there be a tree on the runway? There was always a tree on the runway in the last scenery, so we'll see what this one's like. Alright, have we got the operational flight plan? There it is. Now, who comes up with this call sign? This is a real world flight, by the way. In fact, it departed not long ago. Top Swiss 21 Uniform Zulu. I mean, it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? My word. Someone was having a bad day at the office when they came up with that one. Alright, so payloads to about 30.2 tons. We're underloaded just under 4 tons. Takeoff weight's fine, landing weight's good as well. Cost index of 4, now we're back in the orange aircraft. Flight level 370 is planned, and a tailwind of 33. Alternate is Lima into Charlie Alpha. Charlie Alpha, I'm not sure where that is, to be honest, but it's not far away. 370 is planned, 770 miles. It's another quite long flight this afternoon, I think, guys. I think you're going to enjoy this one. It's great scenic arrival as well into Catania, so we'll check that out as well. 7 tons is plug fuel. Let's have a look at what the weather is doing as we go down there. Kevin, the real world flight is about halfway there to Catania. Yeah, I'd say it departed probably about an hour ago. Then, if it's now halfway. So I just want to check out what the weather's looking like. So these are the lowest reported, worst conditions reported available. Oh, look at that. I've got no excuse today for a rubbish landing. All the 9s, no crosswind, and just an 11 knot headwind on final. Beautiful, nice ILS approach planned. Let's see if the weather is going to change. Today, it's 19th today. So 260 at 7, so it might start to spin round to the south, but doesn't really look like that's going to cause us any concern at all, does it? No, actually, that looks really good. All right, so let's just go with the weather brief and see what the SIGMET charts are doing. I'm going to get passengers boarded as well. We don't want them to slow us down. Oh, come on, tablet, why are you not working? There we go. Stopped responding to my inputs. There's our flight route then. So a nice flight over Italy today. We get a nice view of Rome, I think, just looking quickly at that. Looks like we're skipping all the significant weather. CBs to the east of us as we're flying down to our left-hand side. And higher up, yeah, same thing there. But it looks like we're skipping all that. So a beautiful flight is on the cards today. Shear rate at Vaca, that's above 8, so that could be interesting. Don't know where Vaca is. We should probably find that, because if that is the case, just have a look through. Where are you? How far away is Vaca? Not gone past it, have I? Where is it? It must be really near the end of the flight today, then. Maybe I've missed it. Well, anyway, could do with working out where that is, just to tell cabin crew that's probably not going to be... Oh, there it is. There it is. About an hour and 20 minutes into the flight, that's probably not going to be the best time to be serving coffee, as it could get a bit bumpy. Alright, well, happy with that. So, what was plug fuel? Plug was 7... Not really much reason to take extra fuel today, so we'll go 7... we'll take 7.4. Yeah, 7.4 tons is fine. Just because if we do have to go around as well, there's a big volcano off to our left as we come in today, so that'll be quite nice to look at. So about 0.6 tons extra overall on full. All right then, cabin crew, let's start getting our wonderful viewers on board.
Cabin crew, we're all happy with how things are up here, so now open the doors and start letting our passengers on board. Thank you.
Okay, so we need to get the weather here in Basel from the tablet, because we've not got any ATC here today. That's fine. Let's have a look. So, oh, very nice. So, winds are variable at 3. Good visibility, overcast 4,000 feet. 12 degrees, 1019, QNH, tempo, few towering cumulus. Oh, right, okay. So, anti-ice will be on after we've departed then. Just got to board passengers, all the crew's already on board. Alright, nice. Let's start the setup then. So, we are of course in our aircraft, which is in its turnaround state today at the moment as we're looking at it. So we'll just go through, do the usual flows. So what are we doing? We're going to check that we've got the nav logo lights are on, acupressure's good, flaps, spoilers, they're all fine, and starter switches, engine mode selector is off as well. Good. Okie dokies. Alright, let's go through and do the full setup. So 1019 is fine, that's on. So we're on Unicom 1215, just make sure we're monitoring that, that's done as well. Radars are off, thrustmaster, switching panel, thrust levers, engine masters, mode selectors, and squawking 2000. Gear is down, always a good sign. Constraints are on, and 1019 engine climb out. Here is 7,000, I think. Yeah, I think it's 7,000. We'll check that in the brief. Okay, quick box setup then. Our passengers coming. Where are they? Here they all come, look. Yeah. See, these guys are dressed for the weather. There's no one there just in skimpy clothes. It's not that warm. It's only 12 degrees. Right, let me get the operational flight plan back up, and then we'll set things up. Luke Pryor, mate, thank you for the early sub on today's flight. So, IRS 3 nav greens, aircraft status, CFM engines, and oh, today's the final day the AirX cycle is valid. So tomorrow, if you're flying, make sure you do get that updated. Right, init page. So init request. Pop in our stupid call sign today. Can't believe that they have this one as a real call sign. I mean, surely the pilots must get in, look at it, and think, "Oh my word!" So that's the wrong way around. Easy S. So top Swiss 2-1 uniform Zulu. There are some letters I think should be banned as a call sign. Too much of a mouthful. Ground temperature is 12. Tropo, what's that? 32403. That's close enough. Happy to leave that. download the wins. Hey Lee JC, good to see you, mate. And IRS in it. Let's just check that they're all fine. Don't need a quick realign. So where are the coordinates? We're at stand 1, so it should be 47.35.8, 47.35.8, and 7.31.9, 7.31.9. They are spot on. Cruising today, flight level 370, and cruise temperatures 55. Okay, clear that. Alright, onto the flight plan then. So, departing Basle, the longest taxi available from where we're currently parked, of course. Stand runway 15, Alpine 7 Yankee. Departure, which is straight out, so that's good, that's straightforward. And then the ILS Zulu 08 is going to be our plan. We'll check that in cruise. Utaxa 1 Quebec is the arrival. God, such a small airport, it's got a lot of arrivals. Utax 1 Quebec, there we go. Where is that via? Nassau, is that correct? Let me just quickly check the charts over here. Nassau is correct indeed. Insert that. So that's a distance in the box of 771. What have I got on the flight plan? 770, so mile difference. That's spot on. Happy with that. Let's go to the RadNav page. BLM auto tune. We'll just hard tune it. So that's in there if we need it. Right. In it B, if we've got our load sheet. Oh, guys, bear with me. Once again, first officer is not happy about something. I'll be back in 30 seconds. And we're back. God bless Amazon. Alright, so what am I doing? Received messages. Preliminary load sheets come through, and we've got a zero fuel rate of 57.3, a takeoff zero fuel weight CFG of 29.2. Can't call it a takeoff when a CFG when you've got a zero fuel included in that. You wouldn't get very far. Fuel for our alternate then is, we can call that 1.3. Looking at that, so let's pop that in. And then fuel planning, we're going to take 7.4. Let's see what the aircraft says. 7.2, excellent. 7.4. So that just means that we've got a little bit of extra thinking time. That's fine. The takeoff weight then is 64.5 tons. Okay, so that takeoff weight then is exactly the same as maximum landing weight, so that's fine. Alright, let's do our takeoff performance calculations and check that out. So we are departing on runway 15 this afternoon. It is dry. Get out of here before those CBs start to throw rain, shall we? Flaps 1. No need to force target. It has to be off. Packs off. Takeoff weight 64.5. CFG. Oh, what was that? I forgot to write that down. That's going to be 27.4. Put that in. Signal live weather. Right, intersection data. There is an intersection departure here. We can do hotel, which is 3,000. So that gives us 141.141.143 for the performance. flaps 1. And what is our flex? It is 67. Good. Thrust restriction acceleration values then. Let's check that out. Bring up SimSmart. What we got? Alright, yeah, good. Noise abatement 2. They're all the same. 1864, 1864, 1864. Right, let's do the engine out procedure. Obviously, we couldn't do this yesterday in the A330, but we can do it in the Fenix. So, it's non-standard. The Bravo Lima Mike 7 mile DME, we make a right-hand turn to the Altic holding point. Okay, so, onto our secondary flight plan. We'll copy the active. So from Bravo Lima Mike on a departure track then of what is it, 152 and a distance of 7 miles. There we're going to make the turn to Altic and we'll enter the hold. That inbound track was 092 and the turn is right. Fine, and then obviously we'll set Basle back as the arrival airport if that happens. So Lima Fox Sierra Bravo back in on runway 15. LS Zulu 15. No start. Altic is a veer, however, so pop that in. And that should look fine. So go straight out, right hand turn, enter at Altic, and then we've got the arrival back in and all set. Beautiful. Okay, let's do our brief while the rest of the passengers come on. So, weather brief then for the departure. We've got light winds, we're overcast 4,000, few CBs are around as well, so we'll watch out for those on departure. Weather en route is quite nice. Got a bit of a tailwind pushing us down there, but we seem to be avoiding all the nasty stuff off to the east of us, so we should be okay. We don't have to avoid anything. And then the weather when we get there at the moment is really nice, so good visibility, no crosswind, and a nice headwind arrival at the moment. So that'd be great if all that stays like that for the next couple of hours. Aircraft type A320, tech log's got nothing except the weather radar not working. Which is a shame, given the CVs that are about, but it is what it is. No attempts for our departure. Threats to be aware of then. We do have terrain around this airport as well, of course, so let's just bring in the chart so you guys can see. We've got, well, very close to the Alps for the start of them. So yeah, so as we take off, we're actually flying straight towards terrain, so terrain to the south as we're flying, and then terrain to the east as well. MSA as we depart is 64, 9 miles is 41, and just for our situational awareness then, it might be prudent just to pop that in there in case something bad happens. That's braced off Bravo Lima Mike, so if we go Bravo Lima Mike and pop 9 miles on the radius ring there, then we've got that. So there you are. MSA inside that is 41, so much safer inside that ring than we are outside of it. Okay, so the departure and taxi.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker.
We'll taxi Sierra 2 Bravo.
Keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags,
that is taxiing up to
and loose items
hotel.
of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us
get both engines started, it's not going to be a long taxi this one, not much traffic around, so we'll not do a single engine taxi.
Your seatbelt can now be fastened
in section departure.
This is a no smoking service.
And then for the departure itself,
this policy.
we can see we are straight out to Alban. MSAs we've just said 4164, and our initial climb is 7,000 feet. It is a noise abatement 2 departure. First turn will be to the right. Transition altitude is 7,000 feet. Quick go through the box then with you guys. So flat plan, that's what we've got in. Runway 15, LB7 Yankee. Radnav is the Bravo Lima Mike. let's just check 370, 370. Yep, so we're clear to get straight over our cruising altitude today. We're not too heavy for that. Check the speeds, 141, 143, 143, and we're clean at 206. No speed restrictions on departure, so we can clean up as we go. We're flaps 1 and flexing today 67. Looking to land with about 2.7 tons of fuel. And the Takeoff flight plan then has the engine out procedure in, so the emergency procedure, standard Airbus emergency procedure. If something goes bang after V1, then we'll obviously get the aircraft into the air with a single engine. 12.5 degrees pitch, then following SRS, we'll trim out the rudder, get the autopilot on pull heading, and activate the secondary flight plan. We'll complete that first turn, and we'll get ourselves into the hold nice and safe above MSA. We need to get up to 7,000 feet to be above MSA, so that's the job. Everyone's on. I think we are almost good to go. So as per usual, guys, just while doing the setup, my apologies not paying too much attention to the chat, but I can see you all coming on board, so thank you so much for joining us. We'll get the APU started in a moment then, as yeah, I think we're almost good to go. In fact, we're not good to go because that clean speed looks quite low to me, and I know why. It's because we've not actually loaded the aircraft up with the weights yet. So let me just do that. We're taking 7.4 tons of fuel. Just pop that in the Fenix tablet, load our aircraft, done that, that's instantly done. Fantastic. So I'm just going to double check those speeds again. So yeah, so V speeds are the same, 214. There we go, 214 is the yeah, 214 is our clean speed. Alright, let's get APU up and running. Refueling is now completed, so we'll get those off. And seatbelt signs go on. Hey Migs, mate, good to see you, says afternoon. Bit firm on the landing yesterday indeed. Blame the Pappy Glycero discrepancy in Maxwell Flight Simulator. It didn't look didn't look great, I'll be honest, but you know, also just the handling of the 330 wasn't overly familiar with it, so I'm sure we can come up with plenty of excuses. I can't come up with any excuses today though. This is the aircraft I fly, and the wind is just fantastic, so definitely can't really say anything. Alright, just waiting for the APU to get into position, and then we'll get started up. We'll get the ground crew into position as well. Elliot, yesterday was epic. Yesterday was long. What was it, about 8 hours in total, wasn't it? Something like that, an 8-hour stream. Yeah. We're probably all jet lagged from it now. Dr. Magic says, right, gotta head to a meeting. Don't think I can hide the stream. You need a Bluetooth earpiece, Dr. Magic, that's what you need. Okay, so APU is starting. We'll get GSX into position and request pushback and departure. That's up and running. So tell Phoenix that you can get rid of the GPU, you can get rid of the chocks and cones. Gone. Alright, so aircraft cockpit preparation checklist. So aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 7.4 and balanced. Seatbelt signs on. It is 3 green. And barrel F is QNH1019. I was a bit naughty then. I didn't disconnect the power from the overhead before telling the ground crew to remove the GPU. That is dangerous. They could have got shocked, but never mind. Migs, no spice weather at all. Today should be gorgeous weather. We've just got to get over the Alps. Might be a bit bumpy.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Company message has just come through, so that will probably be our final load sheet. Let's just check that. So we've got takeoff weight 644, that's fine, and 28.1 is the takeoff COG, that is fine as well. So LMC has not changed any performance, so we are all good. Basle traffic top space 21 Uniform Zulu stand 1 pushing back on Sierra 2. I'm not sure which way we need to push back actually. I think we're pushing back tail left. Yeah, tail left.
Locking gear.
Beacon lights on, acupressure's good, transponder is on. And we're ready to go. Hey Bunk, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Good to see you jumping on board today. Migs, I thought we could kick back and relax yesterday in the cruise. What happened?
Release parking brakes.
And parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, so before start checklist, parking brake has just been released. Takeoff data is confirmed. Windows are closed. EFBs and phone are on flight mode. Doors are closed and armed. Beacon light is on. Alright, let's start our engines. So, notable steering is disconnected. Start the timer. Engine mode selected to ignition. Starting engine 1. We're going to reverse into that British Airways. It's not Nick by any chance, that, is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket.
And Basle traffic 0464, stand 6 Alpha, will push back and start after the passing Easyjet.
If you hear brace, brace.
It's not like
There
me
are
to
2
cut in front of you,
emergency
Nick.
exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you.
Set parking brakes.
In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage.
Parking brake set.
We have a good engine
Your
start.
seatbelt is fastened, adjusted,
Unlocking gear.
and
Engine
released
1's happy and
as
available.
shown.
Starting engine 2.
It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust.
Hey
Put
Mark,
on your own
welcome on
mask
board,
before
right?
helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft.
Tow track disconnected.
When
Bypass
outside,
pin removed.
inflate by
This is
pulling
what the
top.
weather looks like here outside my house at
Left
the
is
minute.
clear.
Needs
Right is
topping
clear.
up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention.
Game Essential, did I take
We also
Concord back
carry
home? I got home
flotation
quick.
aids for children.
I wish I could.
Your
I really
tray
do.
table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
Okay, good. Engine 2 is happy. 28.1, so I'm just checking that COG. Okay, engine mode selector back to normal. APU can come off. Spoilers, rudder, flaps. And the after start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim is 28.1 and rudder is neutral. Okay, we're in Nick's way, so let's get going and then we'll do the flight control checks. Basle traffic, top Swiss 21 Uniform Zulu, taxiing out via Sierra 3 Bravo for holding point hotel runway 15.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Mick said so. Yesterday morning it chucked it down with the snow, didn't it? Everyone went out to shovel the driveways. They all went to work, then it just melted. Yeah, I did something very similar here not too long ago. Mogul81 on Twitch. this Basle scenery is from France VFR. This is the first time I'm using it. I've had I think it was Just Sim. Was it Just Sim? Had one? Don't think it was FS Dream Team. It might have been. I thought Just Sim had got a Basle, and I always had that. However, this, I think, from what I've seen so far, looks better, and frame rates are very good. Well, they appear to be. Right, so just whilst on the straight and narrow, I've got full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, full left, neutral, and brake check. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, pets check. We've got no change to our performance, no LMCs affected that. We've got dry runway figures from intersection departure hotel from runway 15, flex departure today, 67, no QNH change. Engine out procedure is non-standard, so climb out, pull heading 7 miles from Bravo Lima Mike, we'll make a right hand turn to get to the Arctic holding point, get up nice and safe at 7,000 feet where we'll enter the hold. The departure is Auburn 7 Yankee, which is essentially just straight out noise abatement 2, and the initial climb, stop climb, 7,000 feet. Definitely be coming back to this airport more, I think. Very, very nice on performance. Really enjoying this. Alright, so taxi checklist, flight control's been checked, flap setting is config 1, FMA is climbing up blue 152, 7,000 blue, radar predicted wind shear is on, ECAM, we've got takeoff no blue, AFB is stowed, and we'll just get this disconnected as well. We'll throw the first officer's tablet away because he can't read. Oh, now we'll just look out for hotel. Mark, are we planning any more emergency descents today? No, I hope not, because well, as soon as we take off, we're going to be over the Alps, so don't really want that today. I'm in a bit of a rush as well. I keep seeing time ticking away and I think, oh my god, I've got to go on the school run later. So we can't deal with any emergencies today.
Cabin crew, if you could take your seats for takeoff.
Max taxi speed in a straight line, anybody? For the Airbus A320? Will I have a tree on the runway? That is the big question here at Basle. I always have a tree on the runway.
That's where traffic, Super 464 taxiing via Sea Air and Bravo to Holly Point Hotel.
And that's Golf. I don't see any trees on the runway yet. That's quite a weird view, isn't it? Not having a not having any flight deck there. Quite like that. This is going to be one of those flights where we depart and we're going to be consumed by cloud for a little bit, I think. FlightSim A320 on Twitch, thank you for the follow. You joined us just as we're rolling down the taxiway. We're about to go left here on Hotel, and we've got an intersection departure coming up. Hey Baptiste, good to see you. And that's Hotel. Basle traffic top Swiss 21 uniform Zulu, lining up runway 15 by intersection Hotel. So the approach path is clear, the lights are all on. TCAS and PAX off. Lineup checklist. Cabin secure for takeoff. Takeoff runway is via hotel runway 15. TCAS R8 packs 1 and 2 are on. And Mix has just gifted 5 EasyJet in pilot channel memberships. An amazing way to start the stream just before departure. Welcome Baptiste, Amoeba, 777, Two Tone Gamer, and Noah as well. Migs, you're a legend, mate. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm just concentrating on the departure at the moment. Right, let's go. So, takeoff. Start the chrono. 50% in one set. Engine stable, set takeoff thrust. Manflex, SRS and runway. Winds are line variable, so not too much needed from the rudder, I don't believe. Give Nick in the British Airways a wave as we roll down the runway. No trees on the runway. I like this scenery. Checked. Hold on, I am running out of runway. Hurry up. V1, rotate. Nav. Gear up. So now we'll lower the nose a little bit and then select thrust climb. Climb. Pack on. Frame rates are really nice at the moment. Not done anything different, but everything seems very nice and smooth. Right, I want to look out the window. So autopilot 1 engaged. Let's have a quick look. Oh, beautiful stuff. It's quite a nice scenic departure out of Basel, actually. Football moments, good morning, good afternoon. Just got your dinner, 2 sausage rolls, some cucumber and some plain salty crisps. Excellent.
Basle area traffic, speedboat 464 lining up via hotel, runway 15.
So this is why it's a non-standard engine out procedure here. You can see we've got terrain coming up now. We'll probably put terrain radar on actually. Yeah, there it is. We've got terrain coming up now, so if you're not climbing at the rate you would normally do with 2 engines, you're in danger of hitting stuff. Right, we've passed airspeed, flap 0, spoilers disarmed. Clement, which injection do I use? Bing or Google? I'm default all the way, so Bing. ZLP on Twitch, already back from New York. Yeah, but it was a long night. I'm really suffering with jet lag today. Clear Trevor, quick thanks for the link to the manual landing tutorial. Oh, you got that? Excellent. Glad you found that. Hope you enjoyed it. Right, we've got no air traffic control around, so let's clear ourselves up to a higher altitude. Let's go to begin with flight level 250, and oh, it's bumpy. There we go. So standard pressure. And we've got climb 250 blue. Looks weird after yesterday's long hauls flight. Orange engine and quite short stumpy wings. Okay, let's get the anti-ice on.
Basle area traffic, speedboat 464 taking off from runway 15.
Cleaver, you tried the pyro in Bhutan yesterday. Yeah, that's not the easiest approach. There's a reason the guys trained for a long time in that for that approach. What we got? Spoilers, flaps, gear, and oh, the lights can come off now. Don't need those anymore. That's that done. Ham Aviation, good afternoon. Hope you're all right. Migs, this is France VFR's. It was Basel Airport, France VFR's Basel Airport. As for the scenery down below, that was just default. Part of the world updates. So just ding to the cabin crew. Right, I have 1 hour 55 minutes until my kids are let out from school.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your
That doesn't
seatbelt
look
fastened
good.
whenever you are seated.
I really need to bring
Toilets
that
are
back.
located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Okay. So, direct Gerza. Passing 10,000 feet, so the lights are already off. Airport's on the EFS, we're out of the clouds, let's get that off as well. Get the seatbelts off in a moment. Radnav page, we'll clear that out. Progress page, 37's fine, Optimus 35, 37 is planned. Performance, we'll zero the cost index, Radnavs are clean, and secondary flight plan, copy the active. Right, in that case, we can get straight up then, can't we? Flight level 370 is the plan. Let's go for it. And 370 blue. We are on our way. Yeah, we really need to get moving on today's flight. Mikey, do I have any tips for the GSX pushback? Yesterday you used it for the first time. You had to press a million key times until you got parallel to the text. So GSX has got its bugs, but it works very well when you are when you either let it just do things by default. Normally is okay, but if you really want good sort of alignment with stuff, then there are profiles that you can download from places like FlightSim.to, and that's really neat. But as my Rafa, the app is called Self-Loading Cargo for all of the announcements and things like that. ZLP on Twitch says, oops, sorry, was this a non-smoking flight? Yeah, okay. Doesn't look too bumpy. What do you think? Do you guys want to be have the seatbelt signs off? You're not going to throw up or anything? I suppose if you are going to throw up, you don't want the seatbelt signs on. Get to the toilet. There we go. Mark, cost index 90 it is. Ooh, 50, mate. 50 is the maximum I think we're allowed to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence.
Beautiful.
The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
So just as we were about to depart there, once again, just a big shout out to Migs for donating 5 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel memberships. Welcome to our new channel members. Migs, your support is amazing. Thank you so much, mate. And glad you enjoyed yesterday as well. A bit of a one-off, wasn't it? Although I think we should all maybe try and get one of those in every couple of months. It was a year since the last long haul. It's just finding the time to do them because, you know, an 8-hour stream is a pretty long time. Kevin, if a pilot's rated for the 320, does that allow them to fly the 321 and 319 as well if the fleet has them like British Airways? Yes, Kevin, it does now. When you become type rated on the 320, you're also type rated on the 319 and the 321 by default. The 318 as well, I believe. But different airlines will have different rules. So you may have sort of passed on the 320, got your type rating for that. Whilst you've got the type rating for the 319, for the first few times on 319, they may just want you to fly with a either an experienced pilot or a training captain or something. Every airline is different, they have their own little procedures. But essentially, yes, if you're qualified for the 320, you're also type rated on the 319 and the 321 as well. Hey, Flyboy John says, just watching the video on self-loading cargo. Oh, really glad that that's helped you, mate. Similarly, do I use any NVIDIA filters? No, everything you're seeing is complete, complete au naturel, so to speak. Now, we're flying over the Alps in a minute. In fact, we can see them, look, just poking out of the clouds. That's quite neat. I like that. That's really nice. Look at that. That is awesome. But because we're flying over the Alps, we kind of want to put in our danger line point. So what we do for flying over the Alps is if you go into flight plan and then your fixes page, DGAD is the name of the waypoint. And if you put in 90 and 225 225. Is it 90 and 225? Yeah, it is. 90 and 225. And put those radials in there, extending outwards from DGAT. Yeah, there you can see it. We're going to pass pretty much over the top of it, and is Mulbo there as well? Is it Mulbo or Moblo? I think that's Mont Blanc. Which is obviously the highest point of the Alps. Have I got the right one? I can check this out if I go into progress. I can never remember the name of the waypoint. 102 miles away, bearing 219. Oh yeah, oh it's there. Alright, fair enough. But the point of this line here is this is like now, this is effectively the line of the Alps' highest points. So this line, if you think of it as a dividing line, so if we're flying down here and we have a problem or a decompression, the idea is to turn back away and head north. If you're past this line and you have a problem, keep on going. Don't turn back around if you need to get down. So that's kind of like our danger line, and it's just good for situational awareness when flying. My word, look at these pictures. Look at this. What a fact. I don't think I've ever flown this route out of Basel before, but this looks absolutely beautiful. Kevin, is this the same as the Alp DD waypoint? Yes, it is, but Alp DD I don't think is in the actual database, so it's one that airlines can add in, or pilots can add in. If I just have a look for that, ALPDD. Yeah, look, it's not there. So what you can do is you can define it and store it, which will be fine, but the Fenix doesn't save the stored waypoints. It erases them. I think that looks beautiful, doesn't it, that? Kevin, is that a real world ticket track? Yes, it is, yeah. It's just gives you a bit of a safety barrier, but how beautiful is this? What a gorgeous view over the Alps today. I didn't realise they were still that full of snow. I thought they would have started to melt a little bit by now. Mark says you wish they could fix the terrain popping in. I know they're aware of it as well, aren't they? So you can tell we're over quite a rocky part of the Alps, because you can see there's a big gap now in airports, and we've got Milan then. Oh, excellent! We should see Milan just coming up in front of us in a little bit. Sadly, we've got no ATC. Sadly. David, what's the most lost we've been on the ground at a big airport? Probably Copenhagen, where I took a wrong turn and ended up going to some remote general aviation place. It was dark. That's my excuse. Gaming Essential, are any of the sceneries from Microsoft Flight Sim Store any good? Yeah, I would say so. I mean, there's reviews on most of them available, so if you're unsure, then best thing to do would be, I don't know, type it into YouTube. See if anyone's done a video on them. Mick says if we keep doing short haul routes like this, you can wait another year for long haul. It does look pretty stunning, doesn't it? I mean, this is a short haul, but as a stream goes, it's still a 2-hour flight, a 3-hour stream usually. We've been live nearly an hour already, looking at the time. Gaming Essential, the music. Oh, so it's from a third-party playlist provider who obviously don't obviously allow sort of royalty-free music. But it is a paid-for service that I use, and again, that's just a big thanks to you guys for supporting the channel, so we can afford to do stuff like that. And Doobie says they're definitely not this snowy in real life at the moment. No, I didn't think so. I'm sure it'll all melt soon. Dead Ghost Ash, good afternoon. Hope you are well. Aviation Lover says you always get a huge stutter on touchdown for like 10 seconds. Lots of people have tried to come up with the reasons to what that is. The level of detail that you have might be one of them. Set in your settings. Might be worth trying to lower them just to see. So now you can actually see as we're going to be flying pretty much straight over the DGAD waypoint. In fact, we are. It's actually part of our flight route today. So now if we look out to the left where that line is, you'll see, there you go, that's the line of the Alps. And then if we look out sort of left and there you go, there's that line that way. So you can see why that DGAD waypoint is kind of like a do not cross line, so to speak, if you've got a problem, or if you have crossed, keep going and don't cross it again. Gaming Essential, so many questions today. We had 8 hours yesterday gaming. How do you butter a landing? You've watched all the tutorials but still can't butter it. Is it easier with the side set? Yes. Yeah, okay, if you're trying to fly well, Airbus obviously, but definitely easier with a side stick than a game controller, or a yoke than with a game controller. So that would be that probably is one of the reasons why you may be struggling a little bit. Nick, the fix info for DGAD. So the radials coming out from it are 090 and 225. Elliot Woodford says flight sim with a controller is like stitching in boxing gloves. How you doing, Elliot? How was the show yesterday? Was it all good? Didn't get into trouble, did you? You didn't press the wrong button. Told you we'd have nice weather today. Kevin, you make a very good point. Position is more important than the landing rate. So yeah, we slammed it. We didn't slam it in. You're not slamming it in unless you're, you know, approaching 600 FPM. Usually, I mean, I'm talking 320. I'm not sure what the sort of limits are on the 330. But in the 320, if you're below 600, yeah, it can be hard, but you're not going to cause major structural damage. If you're above 600, then chances are that's when you're going to start getting like a load 15 report printed out. Which do you guys know what that is? So a load 15 report, if you land and the aircraft detects a hard, what it classes as a hard landing, then the printer down here will automatically print what's called a load 15 report. That is basically you screwed up. You certainly didn't butter that landing, and engineers now need to come and take a look at your aircraft. So that's a load 15 report, and oh, that's nice. And in fact, where is that? I want to live there. That looks absolutely beautiful. How amazing is that? Yes, so if you're flying along and you land and suddenly the printer starts churning out paper, yeah, there's a bit of a sinking feeling going down. You think, oh dear. But you have to remember, these aircraft are tested to they're tested to stand, you know, extreme forces. So 600 FPF before you start to really need to worry. Obviously, you don't want that. You want 300. Yeah, anything below 400 is okay. Anything below 200 is smooth. Anything below 100 is probably unsafe. Elliot says you had a great show, but you were glued to the stream. I bet you were playing Bohemian Rhapsody, weren't you? Yeah, what's the longest song I can think of? And Twarag 6'8" with a body rate of 22. That is amazing. Twarag 6'8", how you doing, guys? Welcome on board. You join us just as we're climbing out over the Alps. Milan is... where's Milan? Is down here somewhere, I think. Not past it yet. Oh no. Alright, well, Milan's down there somewhere. So you just join us as we've just flown over the Alps after departing Basle. And we're on our way to Catania. So... looking forward to that. That's a really nice scenic approach we've got coming up as well. Charlie 110. Do we ever fly other airlines besides EasyJet? Well, yesterday we did a Virgin transatlantic flight for 8 hours. So I suppose the answer to that is yes. I mean, the reason, for those of you that may be new to the channel, the reason I do EasyJet is because I follow their standard operating procedures as they do in real life. So that's why it's predominantly EasyJet based and do everything as realistically as we can in the simulator. So yeah, that's why. But yeah, we'll do special streams away from EasyJet occasionally as well. So it's not always a view of orange engines. The views we had yesterday were just superb. There's Milan. That's Malpensa down there. Don't know if we've got anyone flying out of Milan. Someone needs to bring out a good Milan scenery. I still don't think there is one. Boy Pilot, there's no overlay details. Is that not working? Let me give it a kick. It does this occasionally. Hang on then. Where we're flying to. And what's our call sign? EasyJet or Top Swiss 21 Uniform Zulu. Right, hopefully then that overlay is now working. Yeah, I just don't think there's a good Milan airport around yet. Ace Airstream says that lake was Lake Maggiore. I want to visit there now. Hey Simon Georgie, hope you're well. Level of detail looks very good from this high up, and I can zoom in and it looks very neat. Gaming Essential, that progress bar is all part of Fly Live Studio. Yardy, good afternoon Yardy, how are you doing mate? Hope you're well. Are we at cruise yet? Oh, we've just hit it. Fantastic. So, flight level 370 alt cruise. So we set that to below.
Milan traffic, runway 220 vector on 35 right departing.
There you go. And you know what I am going to do? I am going to request high speed. So we're going to go cost index of 50, which will just push us up a little bit. So that's what you do if you're running late. Don't think our flight route is that much of a indirect route either today. I think it's pretty straight, so I can't cut any more time off it. Hey Ham Aviation, what do I use for the replay? I use a freeware mod called Sky Dolly, available from flightsim.to. Yardi says you saw the slight speed bump from yesterday's straight. It was just a minor technicality, nothing wrong. Hey Captain Q, how you doing? Shout out to our viewers on Twitch as well guys, hope you're all doing well today. I like Sky Dolly, it's simple, it's effective, yeah. So now we're at the top of climb. Let's go through, check. Nothing looks like it's broken. So all of that's fine. bleed air, nothing out of the ordinary on there. Pressure differential is fine, cabin altitude 7,500 feet, that's fine as well. Electrical page all looks normal, hydraulics 3000 psi, yeah, that's all good. Fuel page, all balanced still. And what we use 1.8 tons. 1.8 plus 5.5 should be about 7.4, that's what we set off with, yeah. So that's fine. APU obviously turned off. 24 degrees, 24, 25 at the back. And all the doors are still closed, that's good news. Brake temperatures are fine. Flight controls and computers are all working. And everything's normal. Oh, Nick! Yes, I've sorted you out on Twitch, mate, so you should now be able to post links and things. Sheetcaller says the streams are so chill. Glad you're enjoying them, Sheetcaller. Yesterday's was probably about as chill as it got after we left the coast of Ireland. Slight hiccup as FS Realistic decided to plummet my aircraft 10,000 feet. But it made it made for interesting viewing. It meant we were slightly on edge then for the next 7 hours, thinking as long as it doesn't happen again. And then the autopilot stopped responding, of course, so we had to go and reset all the flight computers in flight. That was troubleshooting a problem, but it was nice. Hey, Nasty Noon, have I experienced any aerial tiles popping in and out? Yes, but I think the team are aware of that, so fingers crossed it will get sorted. Crossant Base says, "Gonna lurk to boost your views." That's amazing, Crossant. Thank you so much. Nick putting in the operational flight plan there in Twitch as well. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, you've obviously now got the capabilities to do that as well. So glad that's sorted. I've been meaning to sort that for ages, Nick. Hey Simon, good to see you. Good afternoon from a house underneath the flight path to Bristol. Day 3 of decorating a lounge and the landing 092. Simon, there are few things on earth I hate more than decorating and all that stuff. It's the general turmoil that comes with it all that I hate. Absolutely hate it. Because let's face it, when you're decorating, it doesn't just affect one room, does it? It affects the entire house. Yardi, you hear that Croissant Beer is a decent... Yardi, that wouldn't be you over on Twitch, would it, mate? I've just got to ask the question and pose it there. Chico says decorating is fun. No. If you like it, then please do come to my house and take care of it for me. I can't stand it. And I know that some is going to need to be done soon. Right. Good news, I actually brought my tea into the flight deck with me, so I don't have to nip back and make one. It's already sat here for me. Pack Andrew, school run today. Yeah, I need to be out of here. As in, literally leave the house at... this is looking a bit better. So, but we've got to slow down and all that stuff. 14, so I need to be at the school, which is about a minute away, at 14:15. Yeah, sorry, 15. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm getting confused with that. We've moved times, haven't we, now in British Summer Time? Yeah, we need to be there I need to leave this house at 14:15 UTC, so 3:15. There isn't going to be much of an ending scene today, guys. It's literally going to be land, dump, and run. Darius, have a fun to Madeira. Not in real life, but we've done it in the sim a few times. In fact, we've not. That's another one we've not done for a while, isn't it? Not done that for a while. I'll have to do it again. Since EasyJet got the RNAV RP approach approved, it's kind of taken the fun out of it a little bit. It's a lot easier than it used to be. Mark says we just need to... Yeah, Mark, absolutely right. Mark says we just need to fly like Dark Fury and go straight to the terminal. Forget the taxiway. Let's just skid straight off the runway and park up at the terminal. He's not here to defend himself today, bless him. I think he's working. Hey, Mark on Twitch. I am well. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. So we are going to do our usual top of climb checks then. So we are at Ekpal. Coming up at Ekpal. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Let me just bring the flight plan back up on screen. So we took 7.4 tons of fuel with us today. And if we just bring the operational flight plan up, what have you got? Come back. Pilot brief. Let's check this out. There we go. Yes, so plug fuel was 7 ton. I took 7.4, so that's 400 kilograms extra. There's 200 for contingency, so that's 400 plus 200, so obviously that's 600 kilograms of extra fuel. We're about to approach Ekpal, so we find Ekpal on here. Where is it? There we go. So Ekpal, 32 minutes into the flight, so that's not going to be a million miles off, and that's 4.5, so that should be about 5.1 tons of fuel when we get there, which, if we have a look, what are we, about a minute and a half away? Yeah, so that works. That's about right. And I did give us that little shortcut as well, didn't I? So that's probably the reason for that. Oh, exciting, 1408. If I could get this to 1400, that would be beautiful. Because then I know I've got time to slow down. And I seem to recall we got air traffic control here last time we flew to Catania. And look at the arrival for it. Let's have a look at this. This is the arrival from Uxata. And they had us fly the full procedure in. Well, I don't want to do that. In fact, if I get my way, it's going to be Pepe direct Nassau. We'll just fly it like that. Now, to do that is alright, but you've got this terrain to worry about here, because you don't want to get down too quickly. In fact, what you do, the lowest you can get to is 11,000 here. This is all if you're in IMC, by the way. If we're VMC, then we can avoid the volcano. Is it Etna, this one? We can avoid Etna and sort of just descend in VMC safely, get to Naxom, and then straight in. And that actually cuts out all of this rubbish, which, when you think about it, it's a good extra 7-8 minutes of flying there. So if ATC come on, I'll just declare medical emergency. Get me in. See if we can do that. Kevin, yeah, so like I said earlier, well, there's no direct I can do now. This is quite a nice straight route, so we're just sat here enjoying the view, which is actually quite a stunning view. Commander FS, good afternoon, welcome on board, mate. Thank you for being here. Mig says, did his first hand approach into Madeira the other day in the Phoenix? Loved it. 233. Oh, no, wait, this is what we've been saying. 233 is absolutely fine. That is a good landing, so don't worry about being smoother. Remember which, an airport like that, you really want to get it in. So 233 is brilliant. But it is a non-floating runway, so take that landing rate any day. Yeah, exactly. I should have probably read everything you just wrote there before I started talking off on a tangent. Just that Bad Wars ranked player. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. Good to see you. But yeah, 233. I'd be happy with that every day, particularly somewhere like that. Gaming Essential says you need to turn on FS Realistic. It just updated for everyone last night and the update is good. You may need to turn it off and on again. I'm not doing that. Not mid-flight again. God knows what it would do to my Fenix aircraft. I might not recover. Captain Q, Captain, can you test fly with FX to crew in the Fenix co-pilot so you can see how that works? I can't remember if I did a video on that actually, Captain Q. Might have done. There might be one on the channel somewhere. Hey William, good morning sir, how are you? Hope you are well. So how many people here in the chat were with us, if not for all of it, but for some of our long haul flight yesterday? Anyone in the chat that was here yesterday as well, give us a little wave. In which case, thank you for being here again today. William, bit chilly here on the east coast of the US this morning. Whereabouts, William? Not the same place we landed yesterday, was it? Leanna, you were there for every second. Of course, Leanna, yes, of course you were. I do recall that. You were the one chuckling, right, when we suddenly turned into the vomit comet. CD, you were there as well. Mark was there. William Banton, you're in North Carolina. I'd love to say I know where that is, William, but I'm hopeless at USA geography. Colin Smith there as well. Kevin, you joined about 3.5 hours in. That was still most of it. Leanne 220. You're never going to let that. Do you know what? We need to focus on the positives there, Leanne. 2 hours 20 in. It was interesting, and we saved all the passengers in the aircraft and carried on. Even better. Ace Airstream was there as well. Where have these pink hand emojis come from, by the way? It's like everyone's wearing winter gloves. HD, good afternoon. How are you? Where are you? Sat on the sofa at home, I'm guessing. Either that or you're at an airport with some good Wi-Fi. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Meg had a lovely dream last night with lines upon lines upon lines of the fluffiest cloud texture tiles. You and your cloud lines. William, you got your free spinal realignment yesterday, and that wasn't the landing. HT did miss the long haul yesterday, yeah? He'd have dozed off. HD, you're over at the Alps? Really? What? Are you streaming as well? I didn't know that. Are you? I'd not had a notification if that was the case. I've probably just flown past you. Oh dear. So this is the real reason I'm on the school run later. My wife has gone out for a liquid lunch with her friends and is reliving the university experience. Oh, this could get messy. No, it can't. She drove there. Can't get that messy. Yeah, HD, I don't believe for a minute you've got onboard Wi-Fi. You're doing Munich to Corfu. Oh, nice. Well, it can't be a million miles away from you then. William, the wife has gone to get her hair done, so you got the house to yourself today. My God, how much hair has she got? Hey, Fraser, I'm doing well today, mate. How are you after yesterday's fun and games? Where's that? It's not Rome, is it? Or is that Baby Rome? What's the other airport called at Rome? I can't remember. Campino? Is it that one? Oh, done the fuel check. Might as well get some en route weathers, although it just looks really nice, doesn't it? It's really nice all the way there. William, it's a lot of hair it gets on everything. Why do I think you married to Marge Simpson? HD says back to his stream. Viewers are confused hearing you land. HD, quickly before you go, what time are you going to be landing? Ace, it was Pisa, yeah, according to the according down there. Got scenery for that airport as well, so should probably check that out at some point. Pack Andrew, you watched the replay yesterday and you needed a sick bag. Do you know what though? That is the kind of stream that if anyone has insomnia and trouble sleeping, you could just snuggle yourself up, turn us on, put us on the big screen, and drift off as you would do on a real flight. Might do that myself. Oh wow, I've just received a I've just had a photo from a mate of mine. It was an FO. He was so his parents were going on holiday and just happened to be flying with his company. When he got his roster, it turned out he was actually the pilot flying, so he's actually flown his parents on holiday. They just sent me a photo through. Very kind of him to let his mother sit in the left-hand seat. Okay, let's have a look at some en route weathers then, shall we? So, I'll have a look at we'll have a look at Naples. That's coming up. I've not had a message from Ops today, so we were late. Did we actually push back on time? Sign out of the first officer's box. So let's have a look. See what that looks like. So Naples 280 at 10. That's the fun landing, that one. In fact, Naples is fun landing anyway, whichever runway you're coming on, because you either have to avoid the terrain and the volcano, or you have an offset ILS approach over the sea, which is nice. Top of descent 1340. How long is that? 40 minutes. Well, that gives me a chance to drink some tea before I think about planning the arrival. Mick says, have we all hit the like button? It's the Easyjet subs. Well, that is true. If you do want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is just simply by hitting the like button on the screen. Makes a big difference. A huge amount of likes on yesterday's stream, so thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate that. Hey, Dwyle. Good afternoon as well. He says he's late to the party again. I don't think it was possible to be late yesterday, was it? That the stream was that long. Hey Jordan Benson, good afternoon. So when did I say they could potentially be a bit of turbulence? It was about 1 hour 20 minutes into the flight, wasn't it? That's where the shear rate was starting to creep up a bit. We've got ages yet. Okay, so now would be a good time to go and grab that cup of tea.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
So Dwal says he watched yesterday's epic stream on catch-up. On catch-up sounds like I'm talking about BBC iPlayer. But, so yeah, watched yesterday's epic stream, including the sudden urge to see the landscape move close up. And you watched it all the way through, Dwal. What, you seriously, you watched the full 8-hour stream on replay all the way through? Dwal, that is incredible dedication. Hope you enjoyed it, mate. Anthony says, off to bed now, see you all in the next one, and thank you for being here again today, obviously yesterday as well, really appreciated that, so thank you very much. John says the stream yesterday was a great short haul flight. Well, you know, we could have done longer. Is it the A350 that does Perth to Heathrow? Can you imagine streaming that? Dwan says, yeah, stayed with us, retirement has its benefits. Awesome. What else is there to do, Dwan? Besides that and gardening. I really need to go and water my grass actually this afternoon. We were talking about this yesterday, so I put down a load of grass seed to try and fill in some bland spots in the garden, and since then it's just not rained. It requires lots of water. I'm no gardening expert, but don't you need quite a lot of water? Doesn't it need to be pretty? The soil has to be very, very moist for grass to sprout and grow. While my wife can give you the list of things he's got to do. Oh, Jordan, sorry, you're watching on a phone and you split the message due to the compact keyboard. I've got you now. Yeah, I know what you mean. So you did the Newcastle to Belfast route that we recommended on his stream yesterday. A great short flight. Got you. Got you. Nick says it's not rained up north. What's this country coming to? Nick, it hasn't. It's been just like I put all the seed down and it rained for a day. Oh, brilliant. This is what I need. And it's dried up since. So I'm gonna. The problem is though, rain is nice and gentle. When I sprinkle the water out, you know, with a hose pipe, I'm always in danger of just flooding the garden, and I don't think that helps either. Mixing, never say never. Going 18-hour Sydney to London flight here on VATSIM. Here we come. What aircraft is it though? Is it an A350 that does it, or is it a Dreamliner? It's got to be one of the two, isn't it? So yeah, Gaming Essential, the Perth to London's done by Qantas 787 Dreamliner. Oh, that means I'd have to fly Boeing. We can't have that. I'm going to set up my shipping channel anyway. Easyjet. Did anyone see that in the Discord? It really made me chuckle when I saw that. It's like, is that a thing? Really? Easyjet. Well, they have Easy Hotel as well. The Easy brand is far bigger, I think, than people are aware. Obviously, EasyJet is the mainstay of it all. So there's EasyJet, but there's Easy Hotel. There's apparently Easy Ship, which I discovered yesterday. And there's also, is it Easy Bleach? I think I've posted this before on the Discord server. But they do EasyJet Bleach. It's not EasyJet Bleach, it's Easy Bleach, which is just incredible. Was it Easy Boat? Easy Boat, not Easy Ship. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll have to be careful with the typing and speaking there. William, that's right, we can't have flap rings. They're banned. Ace Airstream says he found some easy washing up liquid not so long ago. Excellent. Gaming Essential Easy buses, they're not really a thing, are they? Easy bus replacement service. Does look nice and peaceful out there, doesn't it? Makes you wonder if they have Easyjet fuel, Easyjet fuel, something like that. Probably not. I mean, jet fuel is not cheap, is it? And Easyjet prides itself on being cheap and cheerful. Easy holidays, of course. Yes, Gaming Essential, they have easy holidays as well, don't they? So definitely several options. God, that lake looks massive. Where's that? Dwyle. Easy, jolly good fellow. What would they do? Sounds like a strippergram service. We'll not be dedicating a channel to that. Gaming Essential says his Easyjet ads keeps popping up when he watches the stream. Do you know? They should be sponsoring us. PJ Tour, channel man, hey, Easyjet Senpai, how's it going? It's going very well, thank you PJ, hope you're well, thanks for popping in today. Mick says it really is just like low-cost Virgin. Next thing we'll have easy records. Oh, William Blanton, wow. Almost 2 years of channel membership, celebrating 20 months of channel membership, first officer level. William, thank you so much, mate. I really do appreciate that. Incredible length of support of the channel. Ace Airstream, I knew someone would be able to answer this, so what's that? Lake de Bolsana. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But Lago de Bolsana, which I presume is Lake de Bolsana. PJ, do you have the Catania scenery? Yes, I do. So looking forward to seeing that when we get there. I'm not sure I've flown to it before, actually. This may be the first time on stream. We've done Catania before, but I don't think I've done it with the scenery before. So this could be a first. I'm just going to select a speed and I'm trying to try and cram every Mach point I can get out of that. PJ, how do you calculate the fuel weight for your arrival? Your fuel weight or your aircraft weight? Because it'll tell you the estimated fuel on board is in the fuel predictions page. So we should have around 3 tons when we get there. And then you can work out your landing weight. That's really easy. So it's your zero fuel weight, which is the total weight of the aircraft itself, the crew, the passengers, and then you just add the amount of fuel you've got on. So that's quite easy today. 60.3 is our estimated landing weight. 60.3. And your zero fuel weight never changes. Unless you throw passengers off, which probably wouldn't be good for wouldn't be good advertisement for the airline. Flying over these kinds of places in Microsoft Flight Simulator makes you just want to go and visit there in real life, doesn't it? I could live there. I live there just looking out to the ocean. How amazing is that? PJ, CG is your center of gravity. Makes easy skydive. No strings attached. There's a tagline. PJ, can I show you how to calculate it? Just PJ, of course I can. Just let me know exactly what it is you want me to calculate, because all your center of gravity, your zero fuel weight, the only thing you have to calculate is your landing weight. Everything else is given to you. So just let me know exactly what you want me to show you, PJ, and I'll do my best to help. In fact, we ought to start looking at some stuff ourselves. Top of descent's a couple hundred miles away. It's coming up. Chelsea says, buy CFM engines. They take passengers off. No problem. So PJ, okay, let's do a landing weight calculation then, and then we'll do our performance calculation for the arrival. So, how long? How long is the runway in Catania? Airport briefing. Is 2436. All right, so it's quite a nice long runway actually. We could probably get flaps 3 in there then, flap 3 landing. So let's see if we can do that then, flaps 3 landing. So to do that then, we need to work out our landing weight, which is dead easy. Fuel prediction page. So it's 57.3, the zero fuel weight, plus the amount of fuel we're going to have on. So what's that? It's going to be 60.4. 60.4 tons is our landing weight. Now, let's be conservative. If we go to our landing calculator, landing runway 08, it is dry. Let's get the latest meta and apply that. Enter the landing weight. 60.4 is what we planned. We'll be conservative. Let's call it 60. We'll go 6.6. And that's auto brake low, flaps full. Can we get in at flaps 3? We can. Medium auto brake would be better. So that's fine. Yeah, no problem stopping there. It's obviously going to be a manual landing as well. That's idle, no reverse. If we use max reverse, it's going to make a bit of difference. But okay, so we can do a flaps 3 landing, and yeah, flaps 3 landing, and we'll get in safe. So might as well go and set that up now as we're doing. So the QNH according to this is 1015. Temperature there's 18, that's nice. Winds currently 08011. And config 3 for landing. PJ, what is OFPX fuel? Extra fuel, perhaps? My operational flight plan might look different to yours because I obviously use the Easyjet's operational flight plan layout, which is this one here. So this is my operational flight plan. Not familiar with an operational flight plan times fuel. The only thing I've got on here is my plan block fuel, which was 6,965 kilograms, which gives me a time of 2 hours, an endurance of 2 hours 52. Hey, Dr. No Name. It's going very well, thank you. We're just going to start looking at planning the arrival. Gross weight PJ is the weight of everything. Gross is taking everything into account. So what are the minimums for today? Runway visual range is above 1,000 meters. 288. For the ILS, just pop landing. No, PJ is your zero fuel weight is the weight of your aircraft without any fuel on it. So just the aircraft's weight, the passenger's weight, the captain, the crew, that kind of thing. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It's your zero fuel. That's the weight of the aircraft and everything, but with no fuel loaded. Gross weight would be with fuel loaded. Right, have I got any NOTAMs today for... arrival? Let's have a look. Game and Essential IFR is instrument flight rules. So basically when you're in cloud, you can't fly visually. Just checking all of the NOTAMs for Catania today. Doesn't look like anything here. Standard instrument departure. No, don't need that. No, that's all fine. All good. Ludwig, you have a question. In the Boeing, you can essentially remove a whole bunch of waypoints by typing the name of a later waypoint and inserting it. So you can do it a bit easier than that, Ludwig. Here, you just press the direct button, and then you can just jump to a later waypoint on your flight plan, and it'll just take you there. PJ Tour, so your gross weight, mate, that is the weight of everything, your aircraft and your fuel. You just add them both together. Just as we did when we did our landing calculation. So in your fuel prediction page, your zero fuel weight plus your fuel on board when we land, or if you want to know it right now, you can just cheat and have a look at the gross weight as shown there. That is how much we currently weigh. You don't multiply the two together, you just add them together. Ludwig, does the direct button keep the waypoints after the one you were going directly to? Yes, it does. Yeah. It makes you normally do a few sit-ups and star jumps for your gross weight. Oh, let's get some information then and check out what we've got. So here is the full procedure, which I don't want to do. As I don't want to do that, I am going to get down. I'm going to try and get down earlier as soon as possible. Flight 150 then at Uxarta. Just bear with me a moment. My cabin crew's trying to get in touch with me. That's it. Right, so we're going to get in flight 150. That'll be our initial descent altitude when we reach our top of descent. And then all of this, let's just check on the flight plan page. Looks like the chart we've just seen. Oh, there it is, look. An absolute painful chart. So yeah, I want to try and just jump straight to the final approach fix. That'll be fine. If we are going to do that, though, we have to be a little bit careful. So, MSA is 13.3 because of the volcano just there. That keeps us nice and safe. And we can get down to 7,000 feet. We can get down to 6,000 feet at Ripley, so that will probably be the way to go. Get down 6,000 feet at Ripley. That will keep us safe. But if we are VMC, I'm not going to be too concerned about that. So everything in the box looks fine, and then at Nalsum, it's 5,000, 3,000 for the ILS. So in that case, then let's just start setting everything up. Let's find Nalsum and select speed 180. Our fix info page. We can get rid of DGAD now, we don't need that. LICC08, which is our landing runway. And the platform altitude was 3,000 feet, so we'll pop 9 miles radius on there. And that means that just gives me a view on the navigation display of where I want to hit 3,000 feet. And just as I've been doing that, Miggs has gifted another 5 Easyjet Simple Channel memberships. That is 10 today, Miggs. Unbelievable. So, Dr. No Name, George, Bushmark, Neil, and Bounty. Miggs, amazing stuff, mate. Thank you so much for supporting us. Hope you're having a great day. And glad you're here again as well. Mix. Thank you for your support. Really generous of you. Thank you so much. And our new members, remember, of course, get yourself into the members lounge on our Discord server if you are on there. Mick says, oh my goodness, who wants to do that run direct to terminal and off to the school run? Mick, that is exactly what I'm planning to do. I'm just hoping ATC actually don't come online and make me do a full procedure. If that does happen, I would declare medical emergency and say I need to get in. Yeah, who indeed wants to do that full thing? I don't. I certainly don't. So big shout out, Mix, once again. Thank you so much, mate. Really is something that. Right, wife is just asking me if I'm still doing the school run. I'm like, yep, of course I am. I may be a minute late, but I'm still doing it. Okay, let me get this set up, because otherwise I'm going to be behind the aircraft. Don't want that. So flight plan is done. We've used the fixes page to help us. That's fine. RadNav page. We've got the CTF VOR. We'll just hard tune that. Get those turned on. Progress page, we can get rid of Moblo, we're not going to fly back there, so LICC08, there we are. Performance page has already been done, filled out, VAT139. Keep an eye on that with the headwind as well. We've done our landing calculation, secondary flight plan, we'll copy the active. And that's all done. Latest weather, then. Let's check that out. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this. So we've got 090 at 11 knots. Pretty much a nice straight on headwind. Visibility is fine. We've got fuel cloud 6,000 feet and QNH is 1015. So we'll go and set that. That's pretty much our weather brief done. We're not going to be concerned over that. 1015. Yeah, so weather's good, aircraft is all still working, nothing daft, nothing else broken, no known sounds, we've checked through those, they're fine. Threats to be aware of, yeah, the volcano. We know about that, the volcano is a big threat. So Mount Etna, as we're coming in, then we'll be flying, and if we do fly that little shortcut, we'll pass quite close off the left hand side. So if there are any empty seats on the left hand side of the aircraft, go and get yourself sat over there, because you'll get an amazing view on this approach. So that will be the plan. But you just need to be aware of the terrain. If the clouds are at 6,000 feet, then I'm probably not going to descend below that until we get to Posm. That will keep us nice and safe then, when we can drop below 6,000 feet at Posm. That's yeah, that's the safe plan. So let's talk about the approach and how we're going to set it up. So in the box, let's go through. Sorry, EFB, thanks Nick. Just to reconfirm that, the approach, I'm going to do it anyway. So here's the full arrival brief. So on the flight plan page, we've got the ILS for runway 08 in, and it's the UXATA 1 Quebec arrival. The ILS, quick check of that, normal 3-degree glide slope, nothing daft, platform altitude 3,000 feet. We've got Pappies both sides of the runway as well to help us, so that's all well and good. Have we got runway width 45, so that's fine. Pappies are set to 3 degrees as well, so that's fine as well. Nothing out of the ordinary then on the ILS approach. The way I plan to fly that and configure it is we're going to go Pepe, then we're going to go direct Ripley. Once we get past Ripley, that's when I'm going to have to go below 6,000 feet as per the charts here as well, because we've got cloud 6,000 feet. I don't want to drop below it and find myself hitting something I wasn't expecting to. Once we've got POSIM, then we will start this procedure here until we get down enough, and then we'll make base and come in. So green dot my POSIM, flaps 1 as we leave POSIM, and then we'll just make a left base here, and then we'll go direct NASA to capture the glide slope and ILS platform 3,000 feet as we've said. That's all in the box on the flight plan page. RadNav page, we've got the CTF VOR, that is based on the airfield, you can see that there. Progress page has all been filled out. Lake 08, that's fine. We've got the performance page all filled out. We're going to be clean at 225, VAPS 139, config 3, minimums 288. Looking to land with 3.2 tons of fuel. Second flight plan is copied, same as the active. That way, if ATC comes online or something like that and needs us to fly the full procedure, then I've not just gone over and raced it all. It's going to be there as a backup. That's if everything goes right. Let's talk about if things go wrong. So the go around is pretty straightforward. It's straight out, enjoy the 077 radial, climb 3,000 feet in DAX and hold. So that's pretty straightforward. And once we've landed, I'm going to brief this. I might not be able to do the full taxiing procedure, but depending on the time. Once we've landed, we'll vacate Echo most likely, and it's going to be Echo, then straight into stand, straight to school. What the hell's going on with my mouse? That's not me. Hey! Some paranormal activity has taken over my mouse. I'm hands off at the minute. What is that? Seriously, what is that? It's stopped now. That is me. That was weird. How strange. Right, guys, look, we can see Etna. There she is. Laco31, thank you for the follow. Mackie, so question there on Twitch. What does the second part mean when on the takeoff calculator with the so flaps is 1 and 0.6 down? So in the past, airlines used to, I can't show you now because we're in the air, so the thing will have changed, but airlines used to set the trim value to up or down, and what they do is they'd set it, and on the flight control page, where's it gone? Flight control page, they would set it to either trim up or trim down using the wheel. The problem was people used to set it the wrong way by mistake. So now airlines tend not to use it. You don't have to fill that page in either in the box. Airlines can leave that blank now. It doesn't affect anything. So what you do is you use the center of gravity, which are the numbers down here. So instead of using up and down on this scale, you use the CFG RPS of 20, 25, 30 and line it up to this arrow here, just as we did at the start of the stream today and all the streams. Manic Miner says it was Russian hackers. Hope not. Ace, I did think that when my mouse was going nuts. The ILS chart says area of abnormal magnetic abnormality. So it's affecting the mouse. Right, 45 minutes till school pickup time. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let's pop in the flight plan of what it is I want to do. So, Pepe, Ripley, POSIM. So, Pepe, clear that. Clear that. Pepe, Ripley, POSIM. Yeah, there we go. Straight down there. Fine. See what the updated UTC... Oh, look at that! That's much better. That's perfect. Much happier. Guys, my mouse. Can you see it? It was doing it again. It's almost like it's nervous. Doesn't want to fly close to a volcano. Is it because of my wired mouse? Is that getting in the way? Go away. I have a wired mouse as backup, just to, oh my word. I have a wired mouse as backup just in case the batteries die out on me, but that's weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Right, top of descent's not far away. Manic Miner maybe clean the optic, maybe after the stream, yeah. Fraser, what are the differences in the ILS approach between Yankee, Zulu and X-ray? That is a great question. Usually not very much. Germany, they're a little bit more important because the Yankee approach might be from the north, the X-ray approach might be from the south. Usually Zulu is the one that most airports kind of default to, but always check the charts. So if we have a look at the different approaches here, so what we've got ILS Zulu. So, and if we look at ILS Yankee, you'll see, can you see what the difference is? There's very little. There is very little. So it's the go around. The go around procedures are different, as it is there. So this one, the approach isn't any different, but the go around is different. Probably the same with the RMP approach. So the RMP comes in via Tokla. That one comes in via Tokla, but if you look, the go around is different again. So that one's straight out. That one's turning round. That one looks incredible. But the Zulu approach is normally the one that you'd use. I wondered if I think the batteries are actually going in the mouse. I think that's why it's going, why it's being a bit silly. I'll use it till it dies. PJ, which checklist do I use? So there's one on our Discord server, which is essentially a real world one. Right, there's the clouds that we can see, about 6,000 feet, so that's been described quite accurately. That's why I don't want to drop below those until I know it's safe, in case I come out and hit something. PJ, there's a link to our Discord server in the video description, so you'll be able to find it there. You can't download the checklist without being in the Discord server, PGA. So, how long till top of descent? 'Cause it's not going to be that far away, is it? No, we're pretty much there, actually. Cashiel on Twitch, have I had issues with the GSX making the Phoenix brake overheat? You had it happen twice. Yes, I'll show you how to get rid of that. So if that does happen, go to your McDo menu, go to maintenance, go to failures, and here it will say brakes too hot or too hot brakes. Simply hit the clear button and then select it and it will clear that failure and your brakes will then be a normal temperature again. To a wired mouse. This one's dying. Alright, well at least we have the backup. I've always had the backup ever since that episode where we were in Seville on the approach and suddenly I lost control. We still managed to land though. There we go. Alright then, so we're going to get down to flight level 150 as briefed. We've just missed top of descent slightly, so we're going to pull for open descent, thrust idle, open descent. I'm going to keep the speed up as well, so we should get in plenty of time. In fact, look how much that has dropped. I'm no longer panicking. Might even have time for a go around. Podros, thank you for the follow, appreciate that. Elliot, you're still waiting for news on the VATSIM pilot channel. It really did make me chuckle when I saw it. Easy boat. Guess you don't really realise how many fingers Stelios has got his pies stuck in. How many pies he's got his fingers stuck in. So, we can see we're above the profile at the minute, speed's starting to wind up. So, let's just set something sensible on there. 270 knots is usually a good descent rate, so that'll work out fine. And then, should be okay. Let's just check out how we're doing with our descent here. So 5,000 feet above the profile. that's not so good. Maybe I'm going to wind that speed back up. Come on, let's get down. But I'd rather target an airspeed than a Mach, because obviously you get down, that Mach speed increases and increases and increases. We don't want that. I'm just got yourself Skydollar free place. Does it use up storage on your PC for each real player? It does, but you're talking, I think you're talking kilobytes of data rather than anything else. So as I said, get yourself on the left hand side of the aircraft. You're going to get a gorgeous view coming in on this this approach. Miggs makes a good point. Talking about a snake on the Nokia 3310. It's pretty much what this approach looks like. Or it would be if I wasn't just butchering it. Didn't Etna erupt a few months back? Gaming Essential Discord is... how do you explain Discord to someone who doesn't know what Discord is? It's almost like Facebook groups, but on a platform of its own, I guess. A forum. Yeah, that would make sense, Nick. A forum. Fraser says it's like Skype. Is it? I don't use Skype. Put the speed brakes away. It thinks we're above the profile, but I'm not going to do the full procedure, so we are okay. So I've set 6,000 feet, transition altitude 7, so let's go local pressure, 6,000 blue, we're still in open descent, that's all working fine. Time to start concentrating on our arrival then now, I guess. Lemon Wolf, good afternoon, sir. You join us once again at the best time. Just about to do a spectacular arrival. Love seeing clouds lower than the scenery. Previous flight simulators did not do that quite so well. It looked like the clouds were just chopping bits of scenery off, but not anymore. Okay, gang, time to get strapped in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilets will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned on. Thank you.
So just put some speed brakes out while we drop down to 250 knots. So can't see any other traffic on route or anything like that, so that's okay. So the track mileage we've got to run at the moment is what, 54. So yeah, we will be able to cut the corner a little bit. That's fine. So as we do this, then, as briefed, let's activate our approach phase. Start slowing down a little bit more. I can now set our platform altitude, which is 3,000 feet, which we want to hit just as we get to the kind of that little ring section there that we popped in. That's 9 miles away. And I should be in well before the end of school. So, wife will be pleased. Stefan301, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. 10,000 feet, lights on. Mark celebrating his gambling by ordering a bottle of champagne as we're about to turn base. Catania traffic, top Swiss 21 Uniform Zulu is 20 miles out to the west, and we'll be turning base, left base shortly for ILS approach runway 08. Okay, so let's go direct the final approach fix, which is Nassau. Just on the localizer, we've got lock blue. We've picked the localizer up with no glide slope at the moment. Mark says he's just settling his nerves for the upcoming landing. So if we use a little arrow there, we can see that will help us just get to 3,000 feet where I want us to. And we should be on the ground in about I should be on the ground in about 5 minutes then. So we're still actually 20 miles out. It's a long, long final. No urgent rush to configure and get flaps out just yet. Just check the temperature. It's well above icing conditions, so that's okay. Lock star. Now we're underneath the profile. I'm just going to arrest that descent rate so that we can actually start to bleed off speed. There we go. So glide slopes just become active. Flaps 1, speed's checked. So we get flaps 1. Start to reduce speed. Might need to throw the gear out early here. Just keep an eye on it. We're 14 miles out. We're starting to bleed speed off, but can't get the next stage of flaps out at the moment. Catania traffic, top Swiss 21 uniform Zulus established, ILS runway 08, 13 mile final. So I'm just not arming the capture of the glide slope at the moment. I don't want it to capture the glide slope. I want us to just see if I can tease that speed down a little bit. So if we just continue by 800 FPM, we should start to drop. Although I've got a heck of a tailwind at the minute, which isn't helping. So yeah, we might just have to use the gear trick. Okay, gear down. Hopefully that drag will counteract that tailwind. Hope that wind spins round. So our glide slope blue, there we go, glide slope's catching Cat 3, dual autopilot 1 and 2, flaps 2, speeds checked, flaps 2. That's fine, that's worked out okay. Missed approach altitude 3,000 feet set. Aircraft's all over the flipping place here. Who wanted a smooth landing today? So 15 knot tailwind is the maximum we can go with. Looks like it's starting to drop off now and spin round. So this is incredible. 2,500. Let's sort it out. So push for managed speed. Flaps 3. Speed's checked. Yeah, and we're configured. 6.5 miles out. Wow, this is turbulent. Landing checklist. So cabin is secured. Go around altitude 3,000 feet. Set Economo landing no blue. I don't know if I would have time to do a go around. Let's hope we don't need it. Right, wind has now really spun around, but oh, it's all over the place. How bumpy is this? This is one of the bumpiest landings most turbulent approaches we've had. What is happening? Come on. It's fighting. The winds aren't even that strong now, and it's a perfect headwind, so it just needs to sort itself out a bit. Probably get smoother as we get lower down, at least I hope so. Having said that... Oh, passenger's not happy. That's twice in 2 days they've screamed.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Right, I have control. I'm going to fight it myself. Oh, shut up. I think they're just going to scream all the way down now. Gorgeous view. Really is a gorgeous view, but my word. Not quite sure what we're fighting here. Just slap him. Cabin crew has lost control.
500.
Picture's good.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
Light slope. Light slope.
40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
And we're down. Whining passengers. Spoilers deployed. First green. Decel. Manual brakes. Right, I should think they have stopped screaming now. Oh, well that was
Catania traffic.
very bumpy approach.
464, establish ILS runway 08 at 10 miles.
Catania traffic, runway 08 is vacated, just precaution, moderate turbulence on final.
Received.
Right, I wonder if Nick's aircraft throws him around like our aircraft did. Can't wait to see the replay of that. I'll check that out in a moment. Let's see Nick, he's just there. Oh, guys, got down safely. How was that landing? Any better than yesterday's? So, where are we going to park? Probably stand 333, something like that. Oh yeah, I've definitely not been here before with this scenery. This looks stunning. How good does this look? So stand 333 coming up on the right. Looks great this, doesn't it? So much good scenery around these days. It really is difficult to pick destinations to fly to. You think they're not exciting destinations or they won't look great, but actually when you get there you think, I was wrong. They look simply beautiful. No, this is not freeway scenery, so this scenery is available from Orbex. This is really nice. This is awesome. Look how dirty that roof looks. Pure realism right there. Right, stand 333. There's a tug driver in my way. Yeah, I mean, look at that roof. It's not just plain white, is it? It's weathered. Completely weathered. GUI Italia says that's the old terminal. It's not in use anymore. It looks like it. It's probably the right terminal for us to park outside of, though, because I would guess that Easyjet tend not to they tend not to get the jetway stands. They have to pay extra money for them. This looks stunning, this scenery. I think it's great. Okay, I'm going to hold up there. Parking brakes on, leave the engines running, so then we can check out the replay in a little bit. Migs, how is the performance of the scenery? Yeah, very good. I've not noticed any drop at all. I'm going to have a quick look around, actually. Has Nick landed yet? Is he down? Oh, we've just missed Nick's landing. Never mind. But, oh, wow, look at this. Yeah, I've definitely not been here before. That looks, that looks really nice. Oh, yeah. Has the control room got much going for it? Nah, basic control, but that's okay. Well, I recommend this to anyone if they want to fly to Sicily. I think that looks beautiful. Really nice. Lots of detail done in this. As I say, this is from Orbex if anyone fancies getting this scenery. Nick says he might need new scenery. Which one were you flying on, Nick? That's great. Let's have a quick look at the roadside. Oh, look at that. It's the dedication that goes into stuff like this. I think it's just brilliant. Because you're never going to see it unless you take the drone camera out for a bit of a wander like I'm doing now. You're never going to see that side of the airport. But yet, it is there. It's not new scenery this either. I think it's been out. I think it's been out for a while now. What's this? It's just a. We've got an Austrian aircraft there. I'm assuming that's on VATSIM. Mark says no idea what scenery he's got, but it's it's rather hilly. Right, well, Nick, I'm going to wave goodbye to you as I come off VATSIM so I can check out the replays. So, thank you to Nick for flying with us. Right, we'll jump inside and we'll just turn off self-loading cargo as well because they will scream even more if I do the replay and don't stop that. Migs, thank you very much for being here, mate. Thank you so much for your support during the stream today as well, Migs. Really do appreciate that, and our new channel members do as well. I'm sure. Okay, so let's just check out this this landing from a passenger perspective. Got enough time to this before I have to nip out on the school run. Oh, so the last time we had a landing as bumpy as that coming in on final. That is hard to try and remember. That's definitely one of the bumpiest I think we've ever had. Really fighting the wind. Really had to fight it. Well, you can see the aircraft's control surfaces there doing what they can. The roll spoilers waving up and down, trying to keep us on the centre line. Lee JC says, nice landing. What was the fuss about? What was the landing rate? Was it any good? Jordan says he's just cleared 50 gigabytes worth of stuff from his SSD. It was the unused Microsoft Flight Sim stuff. Now time to buy more scenery. All my fault. I know. I keep being able to show off these amazing places, these amazing scenery places. I have got an idea for next time. Next time we've got some time for a long haul flight, which might be another year. But the next time we have time for that, I do have a destination in place, and it would be a good long haul flight. Wouldn't be across the pond either. So Mark makes a 2:30ish. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Look at the train. That's awesome. Oh, nothing wrong with that landing. Take that all day long. Awesome scenery. That's it though now. I try and rotate the different airports that we fly to and from as much as possible so we get a variety, and every time I come back round to it I think, oh, we've flown there, we've done that, but then when I come back to it I always look at a place and think, actually, this was really great. This scenery was really, really good. Why don't we fly from here more often? Quick check on the other side. Was it as bumpy on the other side? Looks nice, doesn't it? Wherever it is, looks really nice. So guys, I hope I've managed to eliminate some boredom from your day. If you have been watching this while working from home or decorating. Thank you so much for being here. This channel is nothing without you, remember guys. Hey, Photochramax. Yeah, so if you're on your way out, I'm going to leave you with the replay, but HD is still streaming. So if you don't know HD, go and search YouTube for VMCG HD. Type Raider 320 pilot. He's also doing a real upstream. Is he flying into Corfu or somewhere like that today? So if any of the mods have got a link to HD stream, please do just pop that into the chat for me. And yeah, it'd be a great way to play that out. So I am going to leave you with our final alarms. There you go. Final alarms and our final replay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Really do appreciate all the time and support you guys give. The Easyjet Pilot channel members, as always, massive shout out for you. And I look forward to seeing you all on our next live streams. Make sure you're on our Discord server where we can chat, and I'll let you know when the next streams are upcoming. There's a link from Nick to HD stream. Go and raid him now. As what's going on? Go away. Go and raid his stream now, and I will see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. See you all soon. Bye bye.
Too low, terrain.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.